Well, happy end of the month, everyone. Falls count anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Erik Dunn here. Hope everyone has a great Halloween tomorrow. Hope everyone stays safe. And it looks like we're going to get the hottest one on record, actually. It's supposed to be the mid upper 70s. A pretty warm night. So make sure no one's sweating for all you trick or treaters. Dress pretty light, you know? I know we've had some cold ones before, but not this year. But WWE in 72 hours from Saudi Arabia with Crown Jewel. It's going to be a very interesting card. Looks like CCO Triple H has listened to the WWE Universe and the card has been full. It's been filled out pretty nicely. I'll dissect the card, give you my predictions, and we will go from there. And no sports today. We got a full card on deck, and another time, another subject too. But I officially would like to welcome you to episode number 70 of this program, and the 70 comes into play from when I started last year. And I believe that was June, I believe, was when I started. So this is episode number 70 of FCA. And I welcome you all to it. You can find me every Wednesday live at 5 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, as well as Amazon, Google, Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and Podbean Podcasts. Subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channels at Rhode Island Broadcasting. Buy me a coffee at RI Broadcasting to help support us. And you could also be on Patreon to help support us as well at RI Broadcasting. For those that want to support this show going on daily, Sports Unfolded, or Rhode Island Broadcasting in general. And I'll also say, for those that want to be a corporate sponsor and to help advertise with us, your ads can be read right below. And we will read it here, so not only people will see it, but the audio version will be on Spotify, Amazon, Red Circle, and many more. So, for those who want more information, as well as a free quote, send an email to Rodrigo at ribroadcasting.media at gmail.com. That's all one word, ribroadcasting.media at gmail.com. Ron will give you everything you need for advertising, get you on your way, and help you create the process to how you can be a part of our company. So the biggest thing for us is just growing this and trying to expand it. Sorry, allergies. This broadcast of False Gun Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions, where we go in Rhode Island Broadcasting for the use of our audience, but any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. Okay. Now, the way this is going to work is just going to dive right into it. All right. The way this is going to work for me is we're going to go through the entire card of Crown Jewel, and I'll give my predictions based on the card. So, going in order right here, let's get started. So, the first one for Crown Jewel We all know that the main event is going to actually the main event's not even listed right now, but I do know who is going to be going in order. So let's go ahead and go in order, shall we? Okay. First up, and there are 7 on this roster. So we'll go down and start from the bottom and work our way up. For the excuse me. So for the women's tag team titles, okay, the women got on the card. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill will be defending against Kairi Sane and Io Sky, against Lash Legend and Jacka Jackson, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven in a fatal 4-way. So this is going to be a fatal 4-way. Jade and Bianca, definitely see them retaining their titles. So I won't waste too much time on that one. But this one looks interesting. LA Knight will defend the United States title in a triple threat with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. The explosive rivalry between Andrade and Carmelo created some incredible matchups, with the two emerging victorious against each other 3 times apiece. So basically, although Game 7 between the two superstars was to decide who would challenge LA Knight for the United States title, the megastar abandoned his duties as special guest referee and hit both Carmelo and Andrade with BFTs, which stands for blunt force trauma. As a result, SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis has decided that both combatants will be eligible to challenge LA Knight for the title. So it's interesting when you look at the situation with LA Knight right now, and you say to yourself, they're both eligible? Yes, they are. My only question is, which way could it go? It's kind of like pick and poison here. But I personally believe LA Knight should take this. He just started his reign, and in my eyes, he needs a lot longer of a reign. So that's 2. Number 3, and this one was created out of I don't want to say a forced necessity, but it happened on SmackDown last Friday night. So Randy Orton has demanded for weeks a match with KO Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel, and he's going to get it. And this match will happen. Triple H did confirm it on Friday Night SmackDown last week. So, when undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes chose to team with Roman Reigns against the bloodline of Bad Blood, Owens took it as a personal betrayal and attacked the American Nightmare in the parking lot outside of his trailer. You know how Cody has his trailer following the PLE, the Premium Live event. The issue soon expanded to include Randy into the mix after Cody was told by management to concentrate on his champion versus champion match with Gunther at Crown Jewel. But when the Viper stepped up to stop Owens' aggression, the frequent allies against the Bloodline ended up coming to blows. Following their altercation, Paul Triple H Levesque was reluctant to make general manager Nick Aldis to allow him to make this match, since he felt the highly personal issue would become very dangerous for all involved. But however, after WWE's Apex Predator confronted Triple H face to face, WWE's Chief Content Officer finally granted the request. I believe Randy should take it, just because there is no saying right now if KO has signed a contract extension. I mean, the rumor going around right now is that Kevin signed a 5-year deal, but I haven't found any reports that KO has resigned whatsoever. What I do know is that Randy, in the state of mind that he's in, I can't see 2 healers going at it. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Randy's gonna turn heel either. But I can definitely see Randy with this match, and I can see Randy winning this match, 100%. So that's 3. Moving on now to number 4. Seth frickin' Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed. The monstrous Reed made a powerful statement at the expense of Rollins when he attacked the Visionary out of nowhere with 6 earth-shattering tsunamis on the Raw after SummerSlam in August. After being on the shelf for 2 months, Rollins re-emerged looking for payback and stomped Reed onto the steel ring steps to cost him the last man standing match against Braun Strowman. The two superstars eventually engaged in a series of key brawls, resulting in irate Raw General Manager Adam Pearce making this match. Seth would get his revenge, bar none. I don't think Bronson's going to get any momentum out of this because I think that with Seth, there's got to be a story behind this. So I'm going to pick Seth on that one. Now moving on to number 5. Women versus women. The WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax versus the Women's World Heavyweight Champion Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is riding high as the queen of the Judgment Day. Since taking Rhea Ripley's title in faction and boyfriend Dirty Dom Mysterio, Morgan is as cunning a title holder as there has been in quite some time. And dangerous doesn't even begin to describe her. But on the other side of the ring, Jax is pure physical domination. Since Nia captured the title from Bayley, the Irresistible Force has been a one-woman wrecking crew who will stop at nothing to prove herself against the best to ever hold the gold. I think Liv wins on distractions. I don't think Liv will win clean on this one, but I think Liv is going to win just because she'll get help to hold off Nia. I mean, it's pretty obvious. And then this is the one that's interesting. Cody and Gunther, the undisputed WWE champion versus the World Heavyweight Champion. Announced by the CCO of WWE, Paul Triple Levesque at Bad Blood, Crown Jewel will kick off an annual match pitting the undisputed WWE Champion against the World Heavyweight Champion to determine the first ever men's Crown Jewel Champion. A title made up of 50 carats of diamonds that will signify the best of the best. The American Nightmare has arguably become the face of WWE since he finished his story with a WrestleMania victory over Roman and retained the title against the likes of AJ Styles, Logan Paul, Solo, and KO. Now he will stand across the square circle from the ring generator. Gunther became the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time and later defeated Damian Priest to capture the World Heavyweight title. Cody will take it. Yep. Well, I definitely am rooting for Cody in this one. And in my eyes, what I think could be the main event at Crown Jewel, it's a 6-man tag team match. Roman and the Usos against the Bloodline. Listen to this story. Reigns is on a mission to quell the Bloodline led by a super Solo, and due to the actions of him, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, he has the support of the Usos. Jay thrived after leaving the Bloodline, becoming Intercontinental Champion, and believing he no longer needed his brother and cousin. However, Solo and his team cost Jay the Intercontinental title, forcing him to return the favor and help the Motor City Machine Guns defeat and dethrone Tonga and Loa. With the original Bloodline seemingly on good enough terms, they will compete together to battle the new Bloodline. I think Reigns and the Usos should take it because I don't think there's going to be any interference at Crown Jewel. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, what else could there be for interference? However, the end of SmackDown Friday had Sami Zayn speaking to Solo backstage. Might be a falling out regarding that this Friday night. Can't say I know for sure, but it might come pretty damn close. I The card's pretty solid on this case right now, but the biggest thing for Roman is this: could he be on an island by himself? We've seen this a few times with him already, where um, he, based on his character, wants to prove that he can do it without anybody's help. But I will say, however, that that there is one concern I have with this match. What's Sammy up to? Sammy tried to convince Jay not to reunite with his family just to get shut down with by Jay. You wouldn't understand because you aren't family. It was one of the most poignant moments of Raw in recent memory. Sammy then turning his attention to Solo made it all the more interesting to guess what he could possibly be talking to him about. A nugget or two here might not mean much, but when it comes together down the road, it'll all make sense. Right now, Sammy comes across as a lost soul with no real direction, and that type of attitude usually isn't beneficial to anybody but himself. Interesting. That's a pretty interesting statement. And then Solo Reigns, watching the expression of Reigns when Jimmy and Jay finally pushed aside their differences and hugged it out in the middle of the ring on SmackDown was just good enough to make you wonder what was going through his head. Surely many people see it as the gang's back together, and it's only a matter of time before Paul Heyman returns as the wise man. But I saw it differently. I think to me, I viewed it as Reigns realizing he's no longer the tribal chief and is approaching the point, maybe not right now, where he makes a solo run to regain the undisputed WWE Championship he held for more than 1,300 days. Possibly. But this was cool. RKO a promo. SmackDown started with Randy calling Triple H down from Gorilla was a nice opening twist. They actually had the cameras of him of him and Gorilla. I thought that was hysterical. I'm like, they're gonna film him from Gorilla and walk him down. Now, I don't think anyone but Randy could have used that maneuver, but it worked knowing the history these two have had. The entire premise was that Randy thought Triple H was protecting KO by not making a match with him. However, it turned out to be the other way around, with Triple H trying to protect Randy. But Randy ended up getting his match and getting his wish. But Triple H did warn him to watch his back. So the three takeaways from that, it was a unique way to make a match. Orton has the crowd in the palm of his hands, and RKO may have delivered one of his best promos ever, and he's been in the company for 24 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 24 years. Very interesting. So let's sum all this up. To retain the women's tag team titles, I'm saying Jade and Bianca. So LA Knight will retain the United States title. Randy will beat KO. Seth will beat Bronson. I think Liv is going to win by um, distractions and outside interference. Cody will beat Gunter, and Roman and the Usos will beat the New Bloodline. And those are my predictions of these 7 matches. So next week's broadcast, when I give you guys the results of my predictions and that, we will also once I if I can get some of the takeaways I could find for me for SmackDown and Raw this Friday and Monday night, we could also look into Survivor Series in Vancouver because Survivor Series will be 4 weeks from this Saturday. I'm guaranteeing you that the card is going to start making sense. It's going to start wrapping itself up and coming together. So definitely very interested in that, and I'm looking forward to it. And next week, I'll give you guys everything that you need to know after Crown Jewel. So, on behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB, Where We Go, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere here on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Guys, I'll talk to you next Wednesday on the first week of November. Happy Halloween. Happy end of October. I'll see you guys for the first Wednesday of November. Thank you so much for watching and for listening.